welcome back to the Tarot Me Happy channel. We are doing a love reading today, so we're going to find out how your person is feeling about you at this time, how your person is feeling about the connection. We'll also take a quick look at how you're showing up in the connection and how that plays in with your person. Go ahead and choose from pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Remember to choose the card that you feel the most drawn to, and if you need more time to make that selection, feel free to pause the video right here until you're ready. Once you are, the timestamps for each of the groups are listed in the description box below, and I'll see you there. Welcome, group number 1. Glad to have you here today. If you selected the Bianca Del Rio card, this is your reading. So, this card says, a unicorn is a horse with extra potential. True love is clearly illegal in most states. Everyone needs that special someone who can stroke your hair while you cough with your head in the toilet. Okay, in this card, Spirit is drawing me to the fact that Bianca is covered in rose petals. So you may have a person that likes to get romantic. I will say, though, that it might not be romantic in the traditional sense. It might be a little bit of a quirky way, a different way, but whatever it is, it works for you and your partner in this relationship. We have the purple hair here. You or your partner might be somebody that likes to dye your hair in different colors or wear wigs or do something different with your aesthetic, with your look. Again, this person is super attractive to you, even if they are not the standard, typical look. There's something very unique about your person is what I would say Spirit is bringing through right now. But the rose petals, your person is definitely someone that likes to be romantic in their own way. A smiley person, a happy person, a person that likes to have a good time. They're also there for you in your worst moments. And that's something that's really important to them in this relationship, is that they can be there for you in your worst moments and vice versa. They want someone that has their back in the worst moments as well. Spirit is drawing me to the infinity symbol as well on this card. So it feels like your person feels like there is a lot of long-term potential within this relationship. Also, a message for a few of you, your person or you could be from the South. I believe Bianca Del Rio is from Louisiana, or grew up in Louisiana rather. Let's see what other messages Spirit wants to bring through. We do have a card representing you as well. And the card representing how you're showing up in the connection, pile number 1, is the Gala Dolly card. It says, everything in love is invention. Create, soar over the ordinary. It is by being in the shadow that one emits the most light. Be immortal rather than available. So again, both of you are very unique people if you have selected pile number 1, and it definitely might not be a conventional relationship, but it's a beautiful relationship, a perfect match. And it might seem like you're a hard person to match, like your family member and friends might think that you're just so unique, so out there in some way that it would be hard to find someone that is your perfect match, but somehow that has happened here in this relationship, and it's a beautiful thing. Again, we have the candelabras over here, so it feels like you're a romantic person as well, like you and your person really sync up on that aspect of being romantic with one another, doing acts of service as a way to show your love for each other. Gala Dolly also a muse for her husband, the artist. So you are an inspiration to this person. Be immortal is standing out. Your person might also even be an artist themselves, and they may have immortalized you in some way if you have been a part of their artwork. It's said that her husband used to sign both of their names to his art because she was his muse. So very connected with this person. They like to be inclusive, make you a part of the things that they do. And when this card comes out, it always reminds me of the 9 of Pentacles. So you are on a pedestal to this person. You are showing up as someone who is very impressive, very inspiring, up on that pedestal. A lot of romantic energy coming through in your connection already. I am going to go ahead and grab some messages cards to see what else Spirit wants to bring through about how is your person feeling. For pile number 1, how does your person feel about them and this connection at this time? And I'm going to get one more card for us. Okay. So the first card that came out, we have bitterness. Spirit is really saying that this is not from this connection. This may be some bitterness left over from some negative experiences that one or both of you may have had in other connections in the past. But with the lemon, Spirit is bringing through that phrase of when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. So it feels like you and your person are an overcomer. Whatever negative experiences you may have gone through in past relationships, you are not bringing that into this relationship now. In fact, it may even be something that you talk about openly, what you've been through in your past connections, to make sure that it doesn't affect this relationship in a negative way, and to bring more understanding for both of you about how you're showing up if you have times when you struggle. On the card, it says anger, resentment, jealousy, silent treatment, arguments, cold shoulder, ghosting, and criticizing. I really feel this is definitely a past message. That's what's for sure, about things that you have experienced in other parts of your life, like when you were on the dating scene before this relationship, people ghosting you, feeling criticized in other relationships for being the truth of who you were. But in this relationship, you're so respected. If there are days when you're holding on to, or when your person is holding on to resentment for things that they have been through before, it feels like there's good communication within this relationship, and that they're trying to learn better how to communicate when they're feeling that way instead of shutting down. With silent treatment, it could have been a problem with your person in the earlier parts of your relationship, or maybe even sometimes now when they might feel like shutting down or unsure how to communicate what they're feeling. But it seems like they're working on that because they don't want you to feel like they're giving you the cold shoulder. So it feels like that's something that you're overcoming in this relationship together. Also, a message about not going to bed angry. I don't know if some of you have maybe had a argument recently, or if that's something that you say within the relationship. Your person might say, I don't want us to go to bed angry, and they're trying to learn about talking things out in the first place. Your person is very unique, and they go the extra mile, because Spirit is really bringing me back to that first line on this card. A unicorn is a horse with extra potential. So they're very unique, and they're someone that will go the extra mile for you, someone that will show up for you at the drop of a dime if you need something. We also had the card Man Cave come out. Let's talk about that one next. It says taking alone time, problem solving, depression, isolation, hermit, sadness, wounds, and shadow work. So shadow work is definitely something that may be going on with your person at this time, as we were just talking about, trying to overcome that habit that they may have had to go silent or to shut down when there was some type of conflict within a relationship. And at times, even right now, they may still feel the need to go into their man or woman cave, however they show up. This can be for masculine or feminine energy. Taking alone time, that may be something that's really important for your person when they are feeling upset in some way. They may need a moment alone to pause and to reflect, and that might be something that you two are learning about how to navigate that in this relationship. But problem solving, your person does want to get to the bottom of things. Spirit is also bringing through a message for some of you. It may not be for all of you, so only take what resonates, that your person might struggle with depression at times. But if that is your message and your person struggles with depression at times, they really want you to know that the depression is not related to you in this relationship at all. It's something personal going on. It's part of the shadow work that they're doing about old wounds. I'm not sure what your person has been through, pile number 1, but it seems like your person is coming off of a lot. And you do make this person very happy. You are an inspiration for them. You do help them pull forward. But sometimes it feels like Spirit is showing that at times they might do something really romantic for you and really amazing, and you're feeling like you're up on that pedestal and like this is really going somewhere, and then they might pull back. and have to go into that man cave. And your person is really bringing through a message right now that it's not because of you when they need to take that alone time. They also may be someone who, although they look like an extrovert on the outside, they may have that characteristic of an introvert where they might feel a little bit drained, especially if they interact with people a lot when they're in a public setting. For example, if they were an entertainer like this and they interact with a large crowd of people for their work or for something creative that they're doing. We might have artists in this group. If they're interacting with a lot of people, while that can feel exciting to share that part of themselves, it might also feel draining for them. And so they're bringing through this message of man cave, having to step into their man or woman cave and take some of that alone time. But the big message that's coming through from your person is that they don't want you to think that this has anything to do with you. And also another message coming through that sometimes you may feel like you need to problem solve for them. And while they appreciate that, they're just letting you know that sometimes they just need a little bit of support, just need you to be there to listen. And sometimes that might also look like just being okay when they need to take that little bit of alone time and knowing that it's not anything to do with you and that they will return when they've had some time to rest and recuperate emotionally so that they can show up for you in this relationship. We also had the card holding on. Not letting you go, wanting to be together, can't move on, lost without you, needing you, codependency. For some of you, not all of you within this relationship, Spirit is bringing through a message that there may have been times where you did try to let go of one another. Maybe early on in the relationship, you tried to cut it off before it had an opportunity to blossom. Spirit is showing me the Seven of Swords. So that may be something that your person struggles with, is when they find something that makes them happy, wanting to cut it off before something bad can happen, right? But holding on spiritually, they are connected to you, so they're unable to let this go. Spirit keeps on bringing through tug of war. It kind of looks like this person here is playing in a tug of war, so they may be conflicted in their head and their heart sometimes, kind of just going back and forth with themselves. But when they're not in your presence, they are feeling lost without you. This person is feeling like they need you a great deal. Spirit is bringing through the message of, watching out for that codependency. Just something to keep in mind and watch out for in this relationship. We also have the card risk-taking, taking a leap of faith, trusting the divine, intuitive, against all odds, taking action, courage, and going for it. It does feel like your person has overcome some things against all odds. They may be doing things that people would never have expected them to be able to do after something that they experienced in their life. Against all odds, they could be feeling surprised for some of you, especially if you're later in your life right now. They could be feeling surprised that they are in this much of a loving relationship, that it's against all odds for them to be able to love again or to be loved. But they're going for it. Risk-taking. This really has the Fool energy. All of these obstacles that are over here, the past energy, the hurt, the stepping back into the man or the woman cave, risk-taking. They're here, they're showing up, they're jumping over these hurdles, they're jumping over these obstacles, they're going to do what they need to do because you inspire them, pile number one. You get them excited to take a risk, right? Art, that's all about risk-taking, expressing yourself, showing your inner thoughts to the world through your art. They are very passionate about you and you inspire them to take that leap of faith. They want to take this leap of faith together, and they are trusting in the divine at this time that it's all going to work out because intuitively, your person has a good feeling about you. They trust in this. Even though they may have a lot of reasons to not trust from experiences in their past, they are trusting in this relationship and they are taking action. And it takes a lot of courage. Spirit is really highlighting the courage that it's taking for your person to show up in this way. But they are so inspired by you, pile number one, to do that. And they feel safe enough with you. They're trusting in your connection enough to be vulnerable, to take this leap of faith. And we also have the card Love Call. Getting in touch, expressing love, telling you their feelings, missing you, and reaching out. For some of you, you may have been in a little bit of separation with your person, especially if they did step into that man cave. But Spirit is asking you to not fall into that bitterness at this time and be open to receiving this love call that's going to be coming in. Your person wants to get in touch. They want to express their love. If you've been in any sort of separation, even if it's just for sleeping separately for a night, your person went to their own place, or they slept in a separate room, or they needed a minute, your person is missing you while they're not there with you. Also, even if you're not in separation, it looks like this is the type of person that likes to send you a little message or leave messages around the house. Again, falling back into that romantic energy, your person just likes for you to know how they feel. They like to express that verbally or in written form. It feels like something very sweet. Small gestures, literally just calling to say that they love you for no other reason. They might just call you often to just let you know that they love you. You might be expecting there to be some sort of need since they're calling you, right? That might have been something you experienced in other relationships, but this person likes to just give you a love call. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and draw some tarot now to go with this. Let's see how your person is feeling about you at this time, pile one. We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords and coming out over bitterness, it really makes me feel that your person is, again, working quickly to move past this. Now, the trees are blowing this way in this card. So it does feel like sometimes your person may feel like they're going up against the wind, up against the storm to get over those past energies. It may be something that's difficult for them, but they're the Knight of Swords. They've got their sword out. They're going in with the truth. They're running directly at those fears that they have from their past experiences in life, and they're determined to overcome it. And they're making quick progress. We have the Tower that fell out in the reverse. So again, really clear message they're coming out with the Tower in reverse. This is about that past energy. This is about where all those fears came from before. They've been through some bad things. They've been through some scary circumstances, but the Tower is in reverse. So your person is coming to realize that whatever relationships didn't work out in the past, whatever avenues were closed off for them, it was for a reason. The Tower was scary. It was uncomfortable. It can create a lasting feeling of fear in your life, but this is in the reverse for your person. So this is in the past, and they are moving past this with you because they're taking that leap of faith. There's a lot of love here in this connection, and they're learning how to trust in it. And you are helping them, pile number one, to make lemonade out of those lemons that life gave them at some point. That's so beautiful. So we have, I was just thinking about the Five of Pentacles and it came out. So Man Cave, we have the Six of Swords and we have the Five of Pentacles. Sometimes if your person is going into that man cave and withdrawing and you don't know why, because Five of Pentacles, it definitely feels like there were times when they did not communicate it, when they may just take off, cold shoulder. If they express something to you, you may be left wanting more to understand the situation. Like they might say, I just need a minute, but you're looking for more explanation and they haven't been able to give that to you in the past. We have the Six of Swords. There's a clearing in your communication coming in. How does your person feel? They want to go on this journey with you. They want there to be better communication. They really want to be able to help you understand where they're coming from and why they pulled into that man cave or why they do that at times. Five of Pentacles. It feels like that's all this person has ever known, is pulling off into that alone time, disconnecting, because maybe in their past they haven't had support. But they're recognizing that you're both in this boat together and that you want to help them and that you two can move forward together out of these rough emotions, out of these rough waters. They're recognizing that you're there for them. In the Five of Pentacles, these people are standing outside of a church. There's help available, but they have a choice. They can stay outside or they can walk into the warmth of that choice. Now, sometimes when you've been in this Five of Pentacles energy, it seems like, of course, why wouldn't you just walk into the warm church? But sometimes this can become all that you know. This can be what you have become familiar with. And that's what this man cave is for them. That's what that withdrawal is for them. It's their usual, it's their go-to. They're trying to find answers on their own. And what they're learning inside of this relationship and how they're feeling is like, this is a safe place to communicate. This is a safe place to connect. They can talk with you. And you can get through these things together. They can walk inside of that warmth. They're stepping out of that lack energy. They're learning how to be in a partnership. They're learning how to receive. And it feels like with all the things that your person has overcome in the past, it may be something difficult for them to receive, but they're learning how to do that in this relationship and they're getting more comfortable. So your person is definitely feeling like they want to talk with you at this time. Okay, we have holding on and we have the Hanged Man coming out. And we also have the Devil. So holding on, Spirit firstly is saying that at times your person, this is something else they're working through. Your person is holding on to old patterns and to old habits, which may have been causing there to be some type of pause within the relationship. Again, if they're withdrawing, they're going into that man or woman cave, the Hanged Man energy, that's the pause. They could leave you on the line, leave you on the hook, on tender hooks, wondering what's going on. It seems like there's some kind of lack of clarity there. But this person is obsessed with you. The Devil energy, that's obsessive thoughts, thinking about you constantly, feeling entwined with your energy, feeling very connected to you. There could also be a strong physical chemistry within this relationship when we see the Devil card. So this person is thinking about you. Again, even if they're taking that time apart, they're thinking about you. Also, another message here, once again, about watching out for codependency. As this person is healing, it's really important to heal as an individual and not sink into just leaning on you too much, right? There's a message coming through about that with the Devil and codependency here. But some type of pause, some type of hiatus. Your person is seeking out a new perspective, but it might leave you wanting clarity. Old habits die hard. That's what Spirit is saying. So again, things that your person is working through to release, doing that shadow work to overcome that. Okay, we also have, wow, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Let's talk about the Queen of Wands first with risk-taking. So, again, your person is extremely inspired by you. The Queen of Wands, that really matches over here with Galadali that came up with the energy that you're showing up in. The Sunflower, there's a lot of strength in this connection. We have the Black Cat down here. Your person may say things like, have you worked a spell on me? Because they've never been so intrigued, so drawn to a person. We have the Devil here and the Queen of Wands. Your person is very drawn to you in a physical way. They think that you are very physically attractive. you are magnetic to them, calling them in. Your person feels like you are someone who is just so confident. They may even at times wonder, why have you chosen to be with them? Especially with the Nine of Swords being here. The Nine of Swords being mental discomfort, mental anguish, staying up at night. There's something that's new for your person within this connection. So if they withdraw from you, it stays on their mind and they feel bad about it. But Spirit is also bringing through a message that your person may at times feel like, why would you choose to be with them? Like maybe they have you up on that pedestal and they don't quite feel good enough for you or equally on par with you. I'm not saying that's how you're trying to make your person feel. I don't feel that at all. But that might just be something that they're struggling with, some insecurities from their past. But that's coming out over risk taking. So again, your person is magnetized to you. You entice them, you get them excited, you get them inspired. They want to take a chance with you. They're not going to let this chance pass them by. They're going to take a risk with their Queen of Wands. The sunflower, summer months could be significant to you. That could be when you started your relationship. Or when they're going to take that risk. They see such a strength in you. And even if they appear to be that strong on the outside, because I definitely feel like they appear to be that strong on the outside, but they may not feel that strong on the inside. So Queen of Wands, your strength inspires them and they want to get to a place like that themselves. We have the Page of Pentacles coming out over Love Call. And we also have the Page of Wands. So again, look at these two pages. Love Call. They want to talk to you. They want to... It feels like they also look at you almost like a love mentor. Maybe you're more emotionally advanced than your person is within love relationships, within romantic connections. So they kind of want to get on the phone and talk to their mentor because your person is feeling like the Page right now. The Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. They're going on this journey with you. They are exploring this new way of being, but this is all new for them. So they are kind of looking at you as the Queen of Wands as a guide on this journey of romantic relationships, but they're excited about it. Your person might look forward to traveling with you, but they're excited to go on this love journey with you. And they are learning. They're learning how to trust. They're learning how to be comfortable with your help. They're learning how to be comfortable with talking things out with you, as we said, learning that they don't have to withdraw and they don't have to do this on their own. And that's because you make them feel very supported, pile number one. Very supported, very inspired. So they're learning. They're learning how to level up. They're going, if you've been wanting your person to call more, they're going to start calling more. Let's get one more gentle message to leave you with, pile number one. If this is resonating, let me know in the comment section below, okay? I want to hear from you guys. And we have the card Rest. Slow down. You don't have to solve everything today. That's the perfect message to end this with here. Spirit is saying that you can rest easy if your person has been withdrawn at all. This is going to come back together. Look at this hummingbird eating or drinking the nectar from that flower. This is a nourishing connection for you and your person. And again, you're a perfect match. We have the hummingbird and the honeysuckle over here. This is nurturing, nourishing, and it's a perfect match. They go together. There's beauty in this connection for the both of you. And slow down. You don't have to solve everything today. So again, that's a message for your person and from your person. you two can get over these hurdles together. Your person is doing what they need to do on their end to work through that shadow work that they have from their past, and you're meeting them. You're on the Six of Swords energy, collaborating, you're coming together. You can rest assured in this connection, and this connection feels like rest for the both of you. It feels like nourishment, rejuvenation. It feels like nourishment. That's everything that I have for you today, Pile 1. Let me know what you thought of the reading in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I hope to see you again here soon in another video. Take care. Welcome, Pile number 2. If you selected the Melania Trump card, this is your reading. Let's dive right in. This card says, you never know when you might wake up next to a president. Don't betray yourself in favor of your marriage. Keep your friends close and your family closer. So Spirit is definitely bringing through, this card is representing your person and how they are showing up in the connection. So the first thing Spirit is bringing through is that your person could be someone who is very close with their family. Also someone who is very presentable. This may be a person that is concerned about their style, how they look when they leave the house, or maybe concerned with how they present themselves in their work life. Your person could be an immigrant wherever you're living. That could be a message for a few of you as well. Where you met at may not be their place of origin. Even if it's not from a different country, it could just be that they met in your city and they're from a different city, they're from a different state, something like that. Something very important about your person retaining their independence. The card says, don't betray yourself in favor of your marriage. So it seems like they want to be a supportive partner, but they never want to lose their independence. Spirit is bringing through something about saving face. So we're going to see more about that as we jump into the rest of the reading here. For the card representing you in this relationship, how you're showing up, Pile 2, you showed up as Diana, Princess of Wales. Wow. So you're showing up as royalty. Better to have one night of pleasure than a whole life of misery. Don't ask, don't tell. DNA tests are for commoners. The truth is there are many people in every marriage. Pile 2, showing up as Diana, Princess of Wales. You definitely could be someone that unfortunately may have experienced cheating in your past relationships. It could be in this relationship for some of you. That's not necessarily a message that Spirit is bringing through right now, but we will say that because it is a general reading, so take it how it resonates for you. Also showing up as Diana, Princess of Wales, you could be someone that has a larger social media following or be well known within an area of your life, like in your business life or something along those lines. It seems like you're known by a lot of people in some way. And you're just looking for happiness. You're not focusing on the negativity. You're just looking for happiness. Better to have one night of pleasure than a whole life of misery. So you're going to take your happiness where you can find it. I am feeling a little bit of distance in this group, to be honest, especially with both of these cards coming through. I mean, many people comment on this marriage over here, and we know Princess Diana was not very close with her husband, unfortunately. So it seems like there's some kind of distance, and there's a lot of eyes on the relationship. This is, you know, a president, royalty. There's a lot of eyes on this connection. One or both of you could have a big following. Could be concerned with how you present yourself because of work. Let's get some messages cards and see what comes through. One or both of you in this connection could also be concerned about style. Okay, and the cards that just fell out are social media. So that's what we were just talking about. Spying on you, communicating online, catfishing, stalking, and obsession. It feels like one or both of you could even feel like other people are obsessed with the other person. Again, if you have that large social media following, there may be something here about stalking each other's social media. That could be a problem within the relationship, a lack of trust. Also, for some of you, you may have met online. One or both of you may be on the wealthier side, or that may be something that you want in your relationship, is for your person to be wealthier to help take care of you financially. That's just a message for a few of you. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. Remember, these are general readings. We also had the card missed opportunity, regret, taken for granted, didn't act, kicking themselves, couldn't see clearly, and harsh lessons. It feels like you two are learning one another still. Harsh lessons. We also have the card Love Potion. Head over heels, falling in love, infatuation, obsession, hooked, irresistible, manipulation, and captivated. Let's get out a couple of more cards before we talk about those more in depth. How is pile number 2's person feeling about them? Okay. Interesting. Pile number 2. We also have the player card coming out. So cheating, we just talked about that over here with Princess Diana. Manipulation, deceit, lies, third party, non-committal, fear of intimacy, backstabbing, charmer, and disrespectful. And we have risk-taking. Taking a leap of faith, trusting the divine, intuitive against all odds, taking action, courage, and going for it. For some of you that are watching this pile, it feels like this is a second marriage. Spirit is bringing through the message second chance. So even if it's not a marriage, this could be like a second chance relationship, or making it work is also something that we're talking about. We mentioned saving face at the top of the reading. If you think about it, in both of these situations, these people are not allowed to divorce, right? They're supposed to make their marriages work, whether they're necessarily happy in them or not, because it's about presentation. It's about showing a strong partnership, a strong front, working together. In both of these kind of situations, a marriage can almost turn into a business. It may not just be based on love when we're talking about a public marriage, right? So love potion is here. It does feel like there is love between the two of you with love potion. And the player card, it can be as straightforward as cheating and third party, but third party can also mean distractions like work, or someone who has a fear of intimacy, someone who struggles to commit. You may feel like your person is more committed to their work than they are to you at times. So take it how it resonates. Missed opportunity. Your person may recognize that they're letting you down sometimes. You might need them to show up for certain things, but again, they might have other distractions, and so they're not showing up for you at times, and they recognize that those missed opportunities are creating a rift within this relationship. Risk-taking. It feels like your person is taking a risk with the relationship. With this player energy over here and possible distractions with social media, you may feel like your person is risking losing you by some of the choices that they're making within the relationship. Let's go ahead and get out some tarot cards. Okay, so for a lot of you, that third party energy will be a job, work coming first. Now, in some of these instances, they had an affair with someone that they were working with, right? But that won't be a message for all of you. For some of you, it is just going to be work taking up their time. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Your person has big financial goals. If they are not already wealthy, that is something that they aspire to be. So money is very important to them. Investments, time, work is going to come first. This may be a person that gives you gifts. And at times that may feel good to you, but at times that may feel like not enough if they're missing out on important times in your life. You may need them to actually physically show up for you and not just send flowers in place, not just send an apology. But Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, work is very important to this person. And coming out over that player card, that could definitely be the third party energy that is going on. But also your person does feel like they're working on this connection with you and like they want to work on this connection with you. And if your person does display their love through physical gifts, they may wonder why that's not enough for you. We also have the Magician card and the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles with that lack energy, again, you may feel like they might feel like they're contributing enough within this relationship. Again, if they're giving you physical gifts, they might feel like that is enough. Or whatever they have done to show up in this connection, they feel like, well, that's enough. I have put in enough effort. But with the Five of Pentacles here, it looks like you're feeling a lack, and that makes your person feel frustrated because they feel like they're putting in a lot of effort. But ultimately, there's something in their life that they're trying to manifest. This person may be trying to manifest something within their career life, and they feel like, well, I have to take a risk over here. So they may feel like they have to risk losing this connection because they cannot let all the work that they've put into their career life go to waste. And it feels like there's some kind of lack of understanding within this relationship. A lack of understanding. They're not hearing... They're not fully, it feels like they try to listen to you, but they're not fully understanding why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. They're not understanding why you're focusing on these missed opportunities versus focusing on all the work and effort that they have put into the relationship, or all the progress that they're making in other areas of their life. So we have Love Potion, and we have the Page of Pentacles coming out, and the Four of Wands. So this person, this connection is important to your person. The Four of Wands, this is home. This is referred to as the 1111 card sometimes. So 1111 could be a significant number for you, an angel number that you're seeing at times around this connection. Spirit's there to support you through this. This person may have introduced you to their family. Again, something here about presentation. You may go to different work events for them. And again, you might enjoy that at times, but there might be something missing for you. But Four of Wands, this is a connection that is important to your person. This is a soulmate card, so they see you as someone that they could settle down with and create a life with. They are very taken by you. But Page of Pentacles, this is new for them. The Page of Pentacles is a learner. This is a schoolboy. So no matter how old your person is, they're learning something new within this connection. This is something that they haven't experienced before. About how to make a home, how to make a romantic partnership work. Your person might be really good at making business relationships work, but they may be less so at making romantic relationships work. But there's a lot of loving energy here with Love Potion and the Four of Wands. That's a celebration, a good time. I see you going to a lot of events with your person, them wanting to show you off. And that is genuine feelings. It just seems like your person is having to learn about something else that you need. They feel like they are meeting your needs, so they're not understanding where this lack is coming from. But your person is wanting to learn how to love you the way that you need to be loved, the way that you deserve to be loved. They do want to make your work pile too. And look at that. we have the Three of Pentacles coming out. That's collaboration. That's working together. Again, your person could be very high up in their career life, someone that other people come to for advice. They could be the boss, the employer, or just someone that is working their way up within a company, if that's how they work. They could even have their own business and be an entrepreneur with the Three of Pentacles here, or maybe they're doing both right now. But people come to them for advice. So it feels like they're doing really amazing in their material world. With the Magician card here, they can manifest anything that they want financially and in business life, but they're struggling a little bit. We have the Five of Wands when it comes to a romantic connection. And they do regret it. It just feels like they're trying to come into an understanding about how to make this work, about how to do this thing with you. Kicking themselves, they don't want you to be disappointed. I don't think they understood that you would be disappointed. So they're learning how to get their priorities straight. Five of Wands, a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of battle, a little bit of struggle. This could be low-level arguments between the two of you. Again, they have to learn about their priorities, about how to put you first if they want to make this connection work. But they are thinking about it. How is your person feeling? They value this connection. They don't want these arguments to continue. They don't want them to flare up. They don't want them to get worse. They want to get past that battle with you. And you have two fives, the number of change. So there's definitely potential for change within your person. Your person is the kind of person that makes it work. They figure it out. So even within their romantic connection, they might approach it like they do in business. They're going to try to figure this thing out. We have social media here, and then we have the Four of Cups coming out on top of that. And the Five of Cups. If someone made an offer to your person on social media, this is likely just going to be a message for a few of you, but Spirit is bringing it through, so I will share it. If someone has made an offer to your person on social media, they did not act upon that offer with the Four of Cups here. So it may not look good, but your person did not act on that offer. And this may be something that created some type of sadness or some type of upset or mistrust within this relationship. We have another number 5. So change is coming into this relationship. Also, 555 might be an angel number that you're seeing at this time. So we talked about separation at the start of this connection, at the start of this reading. With the 5 of Cups here, that definitely could be the case. This card is about loss, missed opportunity, sadness, and again, it could be something to do with something that you saw or something that someone else said in this connection. When the 5 of Cups come out, though, we have the opportunity to focus on the 3 of Cups. This is kind of what you guys have been going through, some of the arguments that you've been having, but we have the 2 of Cups standing up over here. So there is more opportunity within this connection. And again, your person does want to make this work, just like they make their career and other areas of their life work. They're committed to seeing this through and working on the potential in this relationship. It does feel like they don't know how at this time. So they might be hoping for some advice from you on how to make this work. Spirit is also drawing me to the flame of the candle, even over here, burning pretty low at this time, but it's still burning. It hasn't given out. So there's still hope within this connection. And there's 3 cups right here, and there's another offer coming in. So there's more opportunity. There's more to this connection. Your person is not giving up on it. They do feel infatuated with you. They do value you and this relationship, and they're going to do what they need to do to figure out how to make this work. So they might just be hoping for some feedback from you, pile number 2, about how to make this relationship work, what you need, and how they can show up for you. Let's get one more gentle message to leave you with, pile number 2, before we go. Yes, and we have the card, listen. Be alert, the soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. So listen, it feels like your person is ready to listen. They may even call you and say, I'm listening. They may want to sit down and have a conversation with you about these arguments, about this conflict. They don't want you to be left feeling in lack and this sadness and this struggle. They're here to work on this. They're here to listen. They are listening, pile number 2. So if there's anything that you have to say to your person, say it, because they're going to be receptive and they're going to implement it in this relationship and work on it. So pile number 2, that's everything that I have for you in this reading. If it resonated, let me know in the comment section below. I love to hear from you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like doing so. And I hope to see you again here really soon in another video. Take care. Welcome, pile number 3. I'm glad to have you here. If you chose the Ernest Hemingway card, let's get started on your reading. So this card represents how your person is showing up in this connection at this time. And this card says, treasure those seconds when you felt your heart beating. Don't allow any tourist into your own private Paris. To love someone and mean it is a rare and valuable thing. So immediately, there's a lot of messages coming through right now from Spirit, so forgive me if I pause. I'm trying to get all those messages here. In the guidebook that comes with this deck, it actually mentions that Ernest Hemingway was an ambulance driver in the First World War. So for some of you, that might be a message in this group, that your person is an ambulance driver, an EMT, a paramedic, first responder, someone who Spirit is also bringing through a message that your person may be an adrenaline junkie. Treasure those seconds when you felt your heart beating. They may be encouraging you to go on adventures all the time. In the guidebook, it also talks about Ernest Hemingway being photographed running with the bulls. That might even be something specific for some of you that your person has talked about, or something that is done where they come from, in Spain or something like that, right? But an adrenaline junkie, a cat lover, is your person a cat lover? We have some animals on the wall back here. Your person may be someone that enjoys to hunt. No judgment here. Everyone can do whatever works for them. Don't allow any tourist into your own private Paris. So your person is someone that values privacy. And even if they are a social person and they don't mind sharing certain parts of their life, there are going to be parts of their life that are just off limits, where they set healthy boundaries for themselves and they're not going to share that. This is also someone who probably has not had a lot of committed relationships in their life. Even if they're older, they may have had 3 or less committed relationships in their life. That's a number that Spirit is bringing through, or you may be the 3rd one. When this person enters into a relationship, they want it to last. It's built to last. That's how they enter into relationships, with the expectation that this is going to be meaningful, that they're going to be able to put your picture on the wall over here. They value relationships. They value how they spend their time. Also in the guidebook, Spirit is bringing through how in the guidebook it talks about some of the books that he wrote having a tragic center, not that happy ending. So your person could feel very disappointed in their past relationships that did not work out, or they could be someone that has a little bit of a cynical point of view at times. It might come off that way, or kind of a dry sense of humor maybe that just you understand. And then we're going to look at a card that represents how you're showing up in this relationship, pile number 3. And your card that came out is Albert Einstein. Objects in a mirror are closer than they appear. The distance between 2 objects is always relative. The simplest things are sometimes the most complex. So both of you, this is a great match. Both of you have very interesting minds. Eclectic is a word that Spirit is bringing through. So maybe your minds are eclectic, your thoughts are eclectic. They might be all over the place for both you and your person. You may have eclectic style, or people might describe you or your style in your home as eccentric, or your clothing style even as well. Spirit is drawing me to this flower on Einstein's lapel. So maybe your person was wearing that when you first met them, or maybe they've given you flowers. Does someone in this group have a rose garden? Let me know in the comment section if you do. I'm going to start by getting out some messages cards from your person so we can see how they are feeling about you and how they're feeling about this connection at this time. This card wants to come out. Wounded. Okay, let's talk about all of these. So first, let's talk about wounded. Intense emotional pain, fear, depression, emotionally unavailable, scared, defensive, triggered, and healing. Your person could be feeling scared and defensive. I feel like when it comes to love, Spirit is showing me the 7 of Wands. So there's a very defensive, protective energy like we were talking about before with don't allow any tourist into your own private Paris. They may feel that way about their love life in general, about this connection. They may be hesitant to discuss this relationship with their friends or their family, and they're bringing through a message that if that is the case for you, pile 3, it's not because they're not proud of you, right? They have pictures of you hanging up in their house. It's not that they're not proud of you or pictures in their phone, but it's that they have that's how they protect themselves, and how they protect the relationship is by keeping it private. So I don't know if that's been something that's wounded you within the relationship, but they didn't mean to cause you any emotional pain through that. It's out of fear that they like to keep things hush hush, is what Spirit keeps bringing through. And we have the card social media. Spying on you, communicating online, catfishing, stalking, obsession. It feels like your person has a fear of being spied on online. Again, it's all going back to that. Spirit continues to show that 7 of Wands here. So they don't want to be spied on. They don't want people to have information about them or information about the relationship that could be used against them later. Communicating online, your spirit is also bringing through something about somebody that plays a lot of video games and has a community online. That may just be a message for a select few of you. Catfishing, your person really feels like social media is a very shallow place, and like it's easy to get wounded there. So why would they subject themselves to that? Because they feel like there's an opportunity for catfishing. They don't really see the value in it. So even if they participate in this for some reason, they don't see a deep value in it. It's not going to be something that they are obsessed about, and they may not understand why other people obsess about it. It feels like they're very much invested in the realness of this connection rather than presenting it in social media or presenting it in their social circles, in their real life, in the physical. Which, that's a beautiful thing, to be focused on the realness of a connection. There's nothing wrong with that. And we also have the card love. When the love card comes out, it definitely makes me think of the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a real love here, a pureness, 2 hearts coming together as one, 2 halves making a whole, unconditional love, loving relationships, self-love, respect, nurturing, compassion, empathy, and happy relationships. So this is a happy relationship. They want it to be a happy relationship. The Ace of Cups with the water overflowing out of the cup. There is an abundance here. There is joy here. Your person is someone that promotes self-love. They value that within inside of themselves and encourage you to love yourself as well. There's a lot of respect. Your person could be someone that took it slow when they came to the physical aspect of the relationship, wanting to make sure that they were moving at your pace. Unconditional love. It feels like both of you might be quirky within this relationship, but it's unconditional love. You're really able to just be your quirky self. You're able to share your ideas that might seem strange or far-fetched to others and really have a place where you're understood here. Love is all-encompassing, and there's so much love. It feels like both of you really love yourselves and really understand yourselves as individuals. And that's what's creating the overflow of love in this situation. We also have the card Love Letter, written communication of feelings, expressing heartfelt truths, reaching out, and missing you. So your person is missing you right now. How are they feeling? They're missing you. They want to give you a love letter. That could be a text message. That could be an email. For some of you in this group, I am getting that your person actually likes to go old school and write down on paper a love letter to you and actually mail it to your house through snail mail, or just give it to you if you live in the same household, leave it on the counter for you, a card, something sweet and special for you to find. And it definitely could be actually written out on paper, because we have Ernest Hemingway, the writer, Albert Einstein. Look at all this writing behind him on the board, constantly writing down his ideas. So pen and paper, that could be something that's important within this connection, writing things down. That may also be an easier way for your person to communicate their feelings. They might not always be good with their words, but writing them out might help them to express themselves. So they may prefer to send you a text message or write a letter to you instead of having a long drawn out conversation with you. They might be more expressive in written form than verbally. And we also have the card Butterfly, transformation of a relationship, freedom from blocks, wisdom, growth, strength, being your true self. So that's beautiful. We just talked about being your true self within this connection, no matter how quirky you are, how different, or people saying that you are eccentric or eclectic. That's something that we were talking about. But again, you're safe to be your true self. It feels like there's been a blossoming within this connection. Before you met this person, one or both of you, I'm really getting a sense of both of you, both mirroring each other a lot in this connection. But it feels like you could have been in that cocoon stage before the butterfly comes out, and there can be discomfort in that. There can be uncertainty in that. It can look kind of ugly. You might have been the caterpillar that hadn't yet turned into the beautiful butterfly. And people are not as attracted to the caterpillar, but it's actually a butterfly. And your person sees that in you. Your person sees the diamond in the rough, and vice versa. Spirit is really saying that this is a balanced connection, a mirroring connection. So however your person is feeling about you is really how you're feeling about them. But the butterfly, that's like the death card in tarot, the 13. So 13 might be a significant number for you. Maybe for some of you, 13 is the first day that you went on a date with each other, or the first time that you connected with each other online. If you go back and look at your messages, that also goes into the number 4, turns into the number 4 if you add up the 1 and the 3. So there's a stability within this connection, an equal partnership, and it's transformational for the both of you. It feels like when you came together, you came out of that cocoon. You're growing into more of who you are, and this is an expansive relationship. There's so much love. It's an expansive relationship. It helps you to turn into that butterfly. You feel free to do that. This person feels like you bring out the best in one another. And your person saw all of the beauty in you before others did. If other people were seeing you as that caterpillar, your person knew that you were going to be the butterfly, and vice versa. Nurturing the connection, nurturing the relationship. It's transformational for the both of you. Let's get out some tarot and see what other messages Spirit has for us. Also a message here about healing each other's wounds. Your person might be very caring. Like if you're sick, they might want to bring you some soup or a cozy blanket, just anything they can do to make the time better for you. And that's interesting because we also have the Queen of Pentacles. She's a nurturer. She's a mothering energy. Signs of fertility on this card. Some of you may have children with this person or want to have children with this person in the future. So how is your person feeling about you in this connection? They value it. The Queen of Pentacles. They feel nurtured by you. They want to nurture you. They want to build something with you. They want to grow something with you. And we have the Five of Swords. It feels like you put this person's mind at ease. The Five of Swords is usually about arguments or mental struggle, but Spirit is really bringing through a message right now about these people walking away. This is the outside world. You really help this person to put their mind at ease. They've got a lot of thoughts in their head, but you help them to put their mind at ease with that Queen of Pentacles, nurturing energy. So the Queen of Pentacles, that's what you're showing up as. That's what your person thinks about you, is that you are the Queen of Pentacles. A nurturer, abundant, amazing. We have social media, and on top of that, we have the Knight of Wands. A little bit of a player energy, goes back into that message that we were talking about earlier, that they might feel like social media is a very surface level place. They might say things to you like they don't want to present themselves, or they don't see why people would present themselves like meat on social media or overexpose themselves. We talked about them liking to keep privacy. Sorry if that message was a little bit harsh, but that's what Spirit brought through, so I'm going to share it. Okay, and we also have the Empress. I love that because the Queen of Pentacles always makes me think about the Empress a little bit, as we were talking about with the fertility. And we have the wheat here, the harvest, a strong feminine energy, nurturing, flowing, abundant. So again, this relationship is the real deal to them. It's not a surface level connection. They don't respect that. They don't value that, but they do respect and value you. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, amazing energy flowing, abundance. When you have the Empress here, there's nothing else that this person could ask for. The Knight of Wands, they're also physically attracted to you as well, but they feel like you are just all encompassing. And that doesn't matter if you're the masculine or feminine energy within this relationship. The Empress is just powerful, all encompassing, flowing energy. Again, birthing something new. More energy about possibly having children with this person. Maybe you have children already and they love your children. They're there for you in that aspect as well. Small message for a few of you. And we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Two of Swords, and that's coming out over the Love card. So this unconditional love, it might feel overwhelming for them at times. If they've never experienced something like this before with Ernest Hemingway, if they've had some negativity in their love life in the past, this might be something that is scary for them. So there might be times when your person tries to block you out. There may even be an element of self-sabotage within your person that they're trying to overcome at this time. Some dishonesty with themselves, maybe about how much they care about this relationship, or them having doubts that you're being honest about how much you love them. And that's not meant to be personal to you, pile number 3. It's just something that they're worried about, something that they're concerned about, trying to protect their heart, because love is vulnerable. It's scary, especially if you've had some negative experiences and you've been wounded in the past. So your person is trying to protect themselves right now. They might be moving along slowly. I mean, they have all these beautiful thoughts about you, so they're sure about loving you and how much they care about you, but that might be a little bit overwhelming for them at times. And they don't want to self-sabotage their relationship. They might struggle with trust issues from a past relationship if they've had issues with being wounded. An energy of protection around their heart. And then we also have the Page of Pentacles coming out here, and Love Letter. This came out in the other piles as well. So the Page of Pentacles is a theme throughout the readings today, about people learning about love. Also in your group specifically, learning about how to communicate their love in a way that works for them and in a way that it'll resonate with you. They're learning about this, but Spirit is showing me someone that's very excited and very giddy. So even if they're not expressing that out loud, your person is very excited about this connection right now. And we have the Star. The Star did come out in the reverse, but the Star is powerful energy regardless. Your person has a lot of hope when it comes to this connection. This connection is very healing for them, nurturing for them, fulfilling for them. They feel like it's an equal exchange between the two of you, as I was talking about with the Ace of Cups and the water overflowing. She's watering all this over here. She's watering all of this grass, and this person is really larger than life. So as she's watering, these are turning into different streams and trickling out. This is expansive energy like we were talking about earlier. There's this bird here on the tree, a bird's eye view. For some of you, Spirit is bringing through a message that maybe your person has a bird, an exotic bird. I don't know who that message is for, but it's for somebody. If it's not yours, just leave it there. Don't worry about it. But pouring into one another, healing energy, and it came out in the reverse. So again, I feel like it's that Two of Swords blocking out protective energy when it's in the reverse. Like your person is very hopeful about this connection, very excited about this connection like we were talking about, but it's in the reverse. So they have some fears about giving over into that vulnerability, about trusting in that love. Again, this is Aquarius energy with the Star, right? Doing things differently, ruled by Uranus, different, very different. An out-of-the-box thinker, doing it differently, that eccentric message that we were talking about earlier. But you do it differently together, pile 3. What an interesting match. Let's get our last couple of tarot cards out here. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords, and I feel like this one wants to come out as well. So we have King of Wands, Ace of Swords. That's perfect to go over that butterfly energy, that transformation, cutting through the mental blockages, right? Writer's block. There may have been some kind of block in communication here, especially with the Two of Swords, writer's block, and freedom from blocks. So if you have felt blocked in any way from your person, or if there has been a blockage within the communication or some part of your connection, pile 3, that's going to clear. The Ace of Swords is coming in. That's clarity, that's communication. We're cutting through the blockages. Leveling up intellectually, coming into greater understanding with one another. It's like when Albert found his equation. You had to do a lot of work to get there, but you finally found the equation, and it's going to make such a difference. So there's something that is going to be, there's a breakthrough that's coming in this relationship. Clarity, communication coming in, blockages being cleared. And we have the King of Wands. So whenever this blockage is cleared, it's really going to invigorate your person. This person, it seems like there's a good, strong physical chemistry within this relationship. We had the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, also the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. So there is definitely a side of a physical connection. With the Page of Pentacles being here, it may be something that you haven't explored yet for some of you if this is a newer relationship. But your person does want you to know that they are physically attracted to you. And whenever this blockage is cleared, whenever this transformation finally takes place, your person is going to be stepping into this King of Wands energy. So you might see them being more confident about themselves, showing up in the relationship, pursuing you a little more, being a little bit more expressive, collaborative. There's some kind of excitement. For some of you, your person could also be going through physical changes, a glow up, if you will, feeling a little bit better about themselves physically. That could be something that they're working on that allows them to feel more confident in themselves and to show up in a more confident way in the relationship. But there's a lot of hope and a lot of love within this connection. Your person's just getting warmed up. That's what Spirit is saying, is warming up. Warm up, practice, They're just getting started. The fire's just getting started between the two of you. And one last gentle message to leave you with pile number 3. We have the card Breathe. And first, there is a hot cup of coffee or tea, something over there. So that's interesting because we were just talking about how we're just getting warmed up. And the message on this card is slow down and contemplate the tea. Violets and ivy tangled around the eaves. So that's an interesting message. It's not the most straightforward message in the world, and a message about contemplating. So you and your partner might get a habit of getting caught up in your head. Violets and ivy tangled around the eaves. So again, both of your minds work in complex ways. You like to contemplate things together. This is natural for you, as natural as it is to breathe. And that's one of the things, how your minds work. That's one of the things that bring you together. And even if it would look like a tangled mess to other people, eclectic, eccentric, strange, with that star Aquarius energy over here, however it looks to other people, it's perfect for you. Pile number 3, that's everything that I have for you. Did it resonate? Let me know in the comment section below. I love to hear from you. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you feel like doing so. And I hope to see you again here soon in another video. Take care.